Hey guys, it's Facek, the Downtown Man. I'm gonna make this a quick video. I'm doing this in Audacity. I'm gonna do it in one run, no editing, no nothing like that. This is gonna be not a pandering video or rambling video. This is just gonna be a video about me, which is what it usually is. Alright. So Friday I got hit by a car, and the best way to get it off my mind is to talk about it. I guess like how when you talk about something you feel better. Okay. I was downtown with my friend. I forgot George. And after that, we were like, all right, George, I'm going to go home. I'm going to go to my mom's house this weekend to say what's up. So I took the bus from downtown to basically halfway to my house. When suddenly, I got off the bus and I was like, all right, there's my bus stop. I'll wait for the light to turn. So I'll wait for the crosswalk to turn white and then I'll cross the street. So I just stood there for a bit listening to like some podcasts on my iPod. Everything was in my pockets, but I was listening to it, so I guess I could say that I wasn't paying 100% attention to the road. So my crosswalk turned white, and then when I crossed the road, wooblam blambo, Rambo, a flash of my eye, a flash of the left eye, I guess, and out of nowhere, I got hit by the car. It happened so fast, I was on the ground before I could remember anything. I remember a bit of darkness about like, wah. I didn't shout or anything, but I remember wanting to scream, but everything was so fast I couldn't even scream until I hit the ground. So I find myself laying on my back. Can't see anything because I can't see anything clearly because my glasses flew off my face, and I'm just like okay, I'm in the road. What do I do now that I'm in the road? So the only thing I could think of is just like yelling and shouting. So so in pain, I'm just yelling and shouting like a big baby, like a big manly baby. What else happened to me? Something bad. Yeah, so they come up to me. They come up to me and say, with money in their hands. No, I'm sorry. Let me think, guys. Maybe I will edit just a little bit, just like the part where I can't say anything like right now. Back from my break. So yeah, I'm in the ground. I'm in the road, just like screaming and yelling and shouting. But it was a manly kind of thing, not like or some baby stuff like that. So they used to come up to me and say, "Hey, dude, you just got hit by a car." I'm like, "I know. I'm so sorry, man. I think it's been a few days since I got hit by a car, and I got hit by a car, so I don't think I can. I don't think I remember the dialogue very clearly." So him and some other guy who was on the street, the driver got out of the car and tried helping me up. Thanks to that guy, he's a pretty cool guy. Yeah, so they tried picking me up, and I'm a big guy, and I'm just gonna be straight. I'm a fat dude, man. Like I'm fucking fat. I know it's beautiful and stuff, but I'm fucking fat, dude. So they tried picking me up in my left shoulder. Like I'll talk about that later, but I'm gonna talk about things as they're happening, and then I'll do like speculations as I like the next day after it made sense to me. But I'm gonna talk about how it went through is how I went through it. You're coming with me on this ride. I'll take out where I said just now. So they tried picking me up, and my arms hurt really bad. So just kind of like and I feel really bad because I did it right in one of their ears. I was like right afterwards. I was like, dude, I'm so sorry. So then it was just so bad. I just had them kind of like lead the way as I just kind of like go on my knees to the sidewalk. I think a woman or someone in the car was honking at us and kind of yelling at us to get out of the road. And the guy whose car hit me, he just kind of looked up at her, and I'm pretty sure in his mind he was like, "This guy just got hit by a car. What's wrong with you?" But he didn't say anything because like I think his focus was on me. Again, a cool guy, a very nice guy. And so we got to the sidewalk, and I just couldn't get up, dude. And I was wearing jeans, so it was that much harder. So like cops showed up. It was very quickly, surprisingly quickly. Like I know like people don't like cops for some reason a lot of the time, but the fact that this one was there, like I was very grateful. So I was like, "Hey, dude, just give me your hand. I can get up on my own." So I got up on my own, and like I feel like the wind going against my lower back, so I felt like my ass was exposed. and that was embarrassing. EMS and doctor people showed up to, not doctor people, you know, like on the spot emergency medical service kinds of people. I forget what it's called. And like they're checking my vitals and stuff, and they're checking me out to see that I'm fine, and everything seemed fine. And then the actual EMS in terms of like ambulance vehicle shows up, so they bring me into there, and they're like, "All right, grab your stuff, we'll come on in there." So me with my hurt arm, I pick up my heavy ass backpack and I throw my jacket over my shoulder, and I walk in there, and they talk to me. They ask me, "Oh fuck, I'm embarrassed." All right, let's go backwards a bit. When I get to the sidewalk, they ask me, "Hey, is there anyone? Is there anything going on?" So my phone at that point was already dead, so I didn't even bother looking at it. So I was like, "Hey, can I call my mom?" And they're like, "All right, man, sure, check it out, man." And then they hand me the phone. So I put in the phone number. Let's just say it's 1 2 3 4 5 5 5 5, and I just got straight to voicemail, man. I was like, "Oh man, her phone must be dead, or maybe she's just not available at the moment." So I just keep on being a big bye bye, and I that then I got up. And then later, when I was back in the ambulance, I asked again, and I just kept calling the same number: 1 2 3 4 5 5 5 5, and 5 5 4 3 4 5 5 5. I don't know. Where numbers? Where numbers? Numbers. So after doing it a number of times, I realized, all right, my mom's not gonna answer. So I'm just in there. We're trying to just talk back and forth, talking about my situation, college, things like that, because I was not afraid, but I was just nervous. I just want to keep on talking to get the fact that I got hit by a car out of my mind. And later we got clearances like to take me to my house because I was afraid to go to the hospital. I didn't want to go there. Um, I'm not afraid of the hospital. I just didn't want to go there. I wanted to see family because at that point nobody knew I was in an accident. My phone was broken. Like it was already dead, but when I pulled it out and tried turning the power on to see if I could get like a few seconds of like energy, the screen was just gone. I had a dream just the other day that the phone was working fine, but it's not happening now. I don't like that. It's just happening that way. Well, they take me to my dad's house, and then they talk. One of the EMS guys talks to my dad, and I'm just there like saying some stuff too. And then my dad's pretty cool about it. They're just talking a little bit, and then when he leaves, I go to my dad. I was like, I got hit by a car, dad. He's like, all right, son. So I'm still in the clothes that I was like on the ground with, so I took those off in the back room. He called my mother, which I'll be getting to that in a bit. But he called my mother. Something special. I'm still gonna talk to my mother. He called my mother and said, "All right, don't worry. Our our son is okay, but he's okay, so don't be worried." So obviously she's gonna get worried hearing that. So yeah. He tells her I got hit by a car, but I'm fine, and she comes over, and then she comes over, and I was like, "I'm sorry, mom, I got hit by a car." And then it was very emotional. I'm not getting emotional right now because it's happened already, and I'm trying to keep myself calm and collected for this ramble or whatever I'm gonna call this later. I feel my voice getting very different. Blah blah blah. Blah, 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 blah. All right, here we go. Yeah, like it's just like getting a bit of like that dark kind of territory kind of made me uncomfortable, so I was using a different voice. But I'm back, I guess. You. The next day, like that night, we just kind of like she stood up with me for a bit because I don't know if I didn't want to go to sleep or if she didn't want me to go to sleep. Either way, we were both up for a bit. She went to sleep, and then I went to get on Skype with a friend who happened to be on. And I was just like telling him about the situation. We were at first they didn't believe me when I said that I got hit by a car in the Facebook chat that me and them have. So I just like, dude, it really did happen. And then in the end, they believed in me. I don't want to get hit by a car again, guys. So after I talked to them, I talked to my friend on PlayStation because like we're friends. And then after that, I think I might have played video games with one friend, but I'm trying to have a hard time remember. I'm having a hard time remembering. But while I was Skype, like when I got off of the PlayStation thing with him, I was talking to my friend on Skype again. Like I just basically went back and forth, and I'm sitting in the chair right now. The chair is comfortable in a way that if you just lean back for long enough, you'll slide out of it. So I slid onto the floor, and I couldn't get up because I was still fresh with those pains. As soon as I tried bringing myself up, I was like, ah. So I was on the floor trying to get up for about like 30 minutes to almost an hour. And when I finally did it, it hurt so much and stuff. I'm thinking about it right now. I'm pretty sure I can emulate that pain if I wanted to, but I'm not a fucking idiot. Well, not a big one. Mm, yeah, so the day after that, I went to a doctor thing. They checked me out, gave me X-rays, and I got a splint now. I found that I had a cracked the head on my left humerus in my shoulder is cracked, and looking at the X-rays, it looks really messed up, dude. Or people listening, I didn't like it, but it happened. So I'm gonna have to wear the splint for a while. I missed class for the past 2 days. I'm going tomorrow, or within like 12 hours or something. I don't want to. Like I went out just this Monday to try and get a thing with my phone. Like I was gonna use my old phone I got before my parents upgraded me this past Christmas. And I went over there and I was having the hardest time crossing the street. I was just so afraid, like it was embarrassing. I was just going back and forth, and not until I was walking basically right alongside someone without them really paying attention to me. I was just going across the street with them, and like even when I was clearly like safe, I would just very cautiously walk across the street. And whenever I saw a car like kind of slowly edging, just because like how they slow down, I was just very uncomfortable and very afraid. I didn't want to be there. I didn't really care about my phone at that point. But I was basically like a street away from this phone store. So I went in there and then I talked to them and then I got my phone set up and stuff, which I didn't really have to go there because I already had the SD card. I just had to put it in my phone and activate it, like by turning on the phone, which is really fucking embarrassing. I hate myself. I hate this phone, but it's the phone I got. I hate my previous phone. That's what I hate. Uh, yeah. So like upon speculation, when I saw the car the night before, I realized that. Well, I didn't realize then, but I saw that I had cracked their windshield, and I felt bad about that. But the next day, I realized, oh wait, I must have caused that when I went into the windshield. I don't know how, but I don't really feel getting hit in the side. But since my shoulder went into the car, kind of, that must have been it. And my right shoulder is pretty sore too because after I got hit by the car, I must have fallen onto that at the same time breaking the phone in my pocket. And embarrassingly enough, like that same day where I got my splint, I realized, wait, the number I was calling and asking people to call for me was my own phone number. My phone number is 1 2 3 4 5 5 5, and my mother's number was blah, 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 nah, 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 if you get what I'm saying. So at the time, I was like, "No, I'm fine, officer. I don't think I'm messed up mentally." When in reality, I fucking was. It was just so subtle that I don't know. I honestly felt like I was all alone in that situation that I had no one to go to, and I was like that made it so much worse for me. I'm not sure if I covered everything. I was kind of hoping that I would feel better from this, but I actually feel a little bit worse. All right.